I watch a new film every other day. Follow along for recommendations and reviews. Today, I'm back from the cinema from watching Abba Blues. And you guys, I need more people talking about this film because Jack Kenneth Opukeme, Jack Kenneth, if you do not know him, he co-wrote Battle on Booker Street. He's responsible for now writing Adire, Farmer's Bride, and then this boy is an author, like a writer, a talent in a better world. See, we don't deserve Jack Kenneth because in a better world, this is the kind of person that when he just announced the film, you don't even need to ask questions. You just go and buy a ticket and go and sit down. At least from the three when you don't give me, Jack Kenneth is a boy that has a vision. This film lives somewhere. You know, some films are very like realistic. Like when we watched My Crazy Wife, for example, on Sonia Uche's channel, that was very like natural, very realistic, like your everyday. There's some films that are like surreal, like very like almost out of this world, like we're going into science fiction. This film lives somewhere in the middle, where it's like almost I would say hyperreal, where it's not quite like Abba. You know, like the film is set in Abba, but you're not going to be seeing like Abba Abia State. Like this is obviously like a set. You know, this is very obviously a set. This is very set in a like he's trying to just come along. You know what I mean? Like it's the kind of thing that it's like suspend disbelief a little bit and just come along for the journey. Like he's giving you a picture. He's giving you a scenery here with this film of a story that is sweet, that is luscious, on a writing point. The lines, I don't think I've gushed about lines like this, like maybe since Mirrors by Diana Charles. But when a writer writes, you just know. Like I'll give you a very throwaway line from this film, for example. This is a non-spoiler section. But there's a line that says, my bathtub must have sneezed a lot from all the lies I've told on it. Do you know, like, he could have just said, I've been lying, I've been crying in my bathtub. But he decided to use personification, make it more, let's talk about performances. All my girls are here. Like, the people from the VDK Film Club that we've been gushing about, Tulumani is here, killed it. Mata Ehinome is here, killed it. Toni Tones looking gorgeous, killing it. Bimbo Akintola said, see, don't even give me direction. I will come, show up, show out. And Bimbo said, I will give you exactly what you need. The boys, Jide Kene, killed it. Prince from Big Brother that I know him, Prince Ibrahim. What a standout performance. First time I'm seeing him on screen. Standout. Chooks Joseph, he did very well too. Let's talk about Yukiri Anadobi. Killed it. Patience Isoko came for like just a little time, and her little time she killed it. The film, when you talk about the lusciousness of color, of hairstyle, wardrobe, the scenery. Hi, Jack Kenneth, the man that you are. This is a boy that has gotten a new stamped fan. Like when I see Jack Kenneth's name, I'm not even asking questions. I'm just going to go and buy from now because he did it. See, if you have watched this film, I'm very excited talking about this film with spoilers. So for those of us that have watched, if you have not watched, please go and watch. I beg you, go and watch. This film is good. But for those of us that have watched, spoilers ahead in 3, 2, 1. Let us go. Okay, now we're in the spoiler section. Please, if you've watched this film, which is why I hope you're here, and you want to drop a comment that has spoilers, just write spoiler alert in brackets before you write the comment so that we don't spoil it for people that have not yet watched it. All right, let's start talking. The first thing I'll talk about is the film's commentary on Abba. There's a lot of things that, like, Abba seems like another character in this. You know what I mean? Like, it's talked about a lot. And for example, there's two things I'll talk about. For example, how people in Lagos extort those in Abba is talked about in the film, where she's like, you know, it's almost like because of the geographic location, you will not be extorting people in Abba. You'll be saying, oh, I'm a fashion designer or I'm this thing, and you're charging all this amount of money in Lagos. But when you now come to Aba to come and actually pay the talent there, you're now like shortchanging them because of their location. And it's something that I like that this film really brought up because it's a very real thing that's still happening today. Even if this film is set in like the 1980s, it's still happening today. Another thing that I like that the film touched on was the Ibotic accent. You know, how some the conversation that they had about like why is it that when, and this goes even beyond Ibotic, like the Nigerian accent, that why is it that when the person sounds very Nigerian or especially Ibotic, there's such a like, this is a Ibotic accent, you have to get rid of it. But then when the French are talking, you say it's the language of love, or the Spanish people, or the, you know, people from different other parts of the world, it's not seen as something to change. But when it's like the Ibotic accent, it's such a like, oh, why they talk like that? And then now we just have to get into the main cocoa of the film, which is the love triangle between Amara, Birim, and Uzo. This love triangle itself, now Amara just is not stupid girl. Because I see what be the triangle. Wetin be the triangle? In the words of New York Pollard's mother, did he choose you? Did he choose you? Then why are we here? Like, why are we here? This is a boy that in the past has left you. He left you when you got a baby, and then you went through an abortion. Now caused your own father's death because of heartbreak, and your mother never quite forgave you. Thought that there's a demon in you. It kind of scattered your family. Even if you know that at the end it is revealed that even before that whole thing happened, their family was already kind of like in on the rock. It seemed like it was the thing that like was the last blow to their family. And this is the man that you now want to come back to. A man that is now coming when you've now finally found love. Like literally in your ruin, when the dream came and ruined your life, Uzo was the one, a man that loves you, and he has been here for you all this time. And he's the one that picked you up in that time. And you're not still are thinking you want to go for the ring because of waiting. Because of saying, oh, my love for you, I own you. My love is kiniko and kiniko. I beg, leave him. When he was supposed to show up, did he show up? No. The Uzo showed up. Uzo has been here. Uzo is the man. But then at the end, it was just very interesting. And I really love that this film kind of showed that in many ways, why Amara wanted to go back to the room was as she told Uzo, she almost felt like she wasn't deserving of the love that he gave her because he almost felt like this love is unbelievable. How are you going to love me when society has kind of deemed me used goods, like this bad thing, this spoilt woman, you know? And yet he did, yet he loved her. And it's almost like she didn't feel worthy of his love. And so instead of you to accept the love that is in front of your face, the person that is telling you, I am here, I want you want to go back for the one that is almost like when our two of us we do the bad thing that time now, it's almost like we're betrothed to each other because of the guilt and the shame that came from what we did. That is what it was at the end of the day. And it's really going beyond the film to kind of say that sometimes you have to forgive yourself. You have to really say, I'm not going to let the guilt of my past actions dictate the love I'm willing to accept or not accept. I am going to accept love regardless of my background, regardless of the mistakes that I might have made in the past. Like you are worthy of love regardless. This film can really be summarized in when Patience Azoko's character just tells her the heart keeps wanting things, but at the end of the day, it is the brain that settles it. Simple as that. Like to me, this was a no-brainer. Like Amara, Uzo was the man for you, and I'm happy that in the end she chose right. And also, just speaking of people choosing right and people saving you from yourself, pray to God for good friends like Alero. I loved Alero. Alero was a good friend. Like when Amara was even spewing all those words at her, she took it, she swallowed it, but she told her that like when this boy literally used you as a ragdoll and just scattered your life, I was here. And when at the end, Amara tells her, thank you for saving me from myself. I said, or something like that. I said, thank God for friends like Alero because she was here from this. She was even seeing Amara's life clearer than Amara herself. And thank God for friends like that. Also, Alero's storyline, a single woman. We see how society tries to keep shaming her for being single and just being hot and living her life as a single woman independently. And I like that Alero never got beaten down from it. I like that at the end of the day, it was not now like, oh, because of that, her story will now end with her now getting a ring. And then that will now be like, oh, I like that she just ended the film still being herself. I loved it. Like, I loved Alero's storyline and I loved Alero. I really did. Also, speaking of good friends, we have to shout out Lotta. I was kind of secretly shipping Lotta and Alero. I'm not going to hold you. I like that the film ended the way it ended, but in my mind, if there was to be any romance for Alero, I think Lotta looked that boy's way. Like, I liked their dynamic. One character, dude, I want to talk about too is Chinasa. That, like, Chinasa, why are you? Don't you feel a bit like a clown that you know that the man that you're here with clearly likes this other girl? Like, I felt bad for Chinasa. I was like, to look my new judge, my girl, not this being the character you're coming to play. Hey, yeah. Overall, I loved this film. I just know, I have a feeling that when this film ends up on streaming, it will now really get the noise and the praise that it deserves. But I just hope and also wish that, like, in his cinema run, Jack Kenneth actually does something good with this film. I hope that he really feels the love in the cinema. And I hope, Jack Kenneth, if you're watching this, that you feel the love for me because you are an author. Like, what a standout film you did. I loved this film. I emphasize on loved this film. If you have watched this film, I'm very, very, very curious to know what you think about it. So please let me know in the comment section. Also, if you've watched this whole video and you have no idea who I am, my name is VDK. I'm the creator of the VDK Film Club, where every other day we watch something new and we just about it like we've done today. Follow along, we're having a ball. All right. Until the next film that I watch and the next video that I make, have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.